Hey everyone, what's going on? Yokuo here, and welcome back to Kirby Superstar. Today we are finally out of the Great Cave Offensive and tackling Milky Way Wishes. Milky Way Wishes is interesting. You have a level select screen, and you can play these levels in any order you want. I'm going to a hidden level for an ability that's really going to help. Now, in Milky Way Wishes, normally Kirby can eat enemies and get their abilities. You've been watching this game, you know how it works. In Milky Way Wishes, it doesn't work. The only way Kirby can get abilities is by getting these little stands that are like super copy abilities. You know how before bosses there's usually little power-ups you can pick from? You have to find those. Once you have it, you have that power-up forever. There's a menu screen that lets you pick all the different power-ups. Now, single-use power-ups like Crash you can still absorb from enemies, but multi-use like Copy, or Ice, or Fire, or pretty much anything, you have to get from the little statues that you're going to see in the next room. Like that one. Once I have it, and I can pick it from a menu anytime I want. So this game's very cool in that the further in you get, the more powers you get, and the more powers you can pick from whenever you want. Now, for the actual levels, the different levels seem to have different gimmicks. This one cycles between spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So right now we're in the summer month. Now the only way to progress through the stage is to, of course, change the season, because it has different effects on the land. Like in fall, that tree's gone. In spring and summer, it's there completely in your way. And you'll want to go through doors and see what the different seasons have to offer. Now, just like in Milky Way, not in Milky Way Wishes, just like in the Great Cave Offensive, we are going for a 100% run on this. Now, that is a little harder to do because we can't track the abilities when we have them and when we don't. However, we can kind of make some guesswork and come back if we need to. So I want to get all the abilities, and there's a fighter ability that I needed. I'm switching back to Copy. Why I went for Copy first, aside from the level being pretty easy. With Copy, you can actually copy any ability you want. You don't have to wait until you get it from the little statue. You can have it anytime, so if I wanted to get that bomb, I could have. I elected not to and go for Fighter instead, because it's more convenient to have a power-up that actually attacks. But I could if I wanted to, not a big deal. Meanwhile, I just shot the cold right off that guy. He never knew what hit him, and I'm not sure what hit me either, to be honest. Now, in this playthrough, there will be levels we have to come back to, because we won't have a proper power-up to do what we need to do, or something like that. That's just the nature of the beast here. Speaking of beasts, this room is kind of mean. And once again, the partner hurts me by kicking a flower into my face, and then a green chicken kills me. That's right, folks, a green chicken. Now, unlike with Great Cave Offensive, here you don't start at a save point because that's not how this works. The levels are laid out more like traditional Kirby levels. There is a start and an end point along with that level select screen, which is a little different for Kirby games. Well, that's not entirely true, is it? Kirby's Adventure on the NES also has a level select screen, but you have to play in the order they want you to play. Here, you can pick whatever you want, whenever you want. So we'll jump over the snow-capped tree, and come in here and see what the seasons have to offer. And this season has a hidden door. And that's about the nature of the game. That's how we're going to find the abilities. You just have to search in the nooks and crannies, be very thorough. Sorry, folks, for the car going by outside. That was very loud. Sorry about that. I can't really help it. As I've said before in other parts, my recording studio is right next to a road. Really inconvenient, but it's all I have to work with. Hopefully, eventually, we'll get into a better studio where I don't have to worry about that. Now, at the end of every level, you don't just get to finish, and you don't get a cute minigame like a Dino Blade. You have to fight bosses. Or, in this case, Sir Kibble has to fight bosses, while I stand there and look pretty. And you get a piece of the Star Rod. It's kind of starting to sound like Kirby's Adventure, isn't it? Don't worry, there's probably a twist in the story somewhere. As we beat levels, they connect to other levels, but it really doesn't matter because you can do it in any order. It just kind of helps you keep on track of what you played and what you haven't. Meanwhile, welcome to the obligatory water level. This level's a joy. If you're not careful, you will die here. A lot. Because it's a water level, and that's just kind of how that works. Here we have 3 bombs. 2 of them are actually fake. They don't do anything. Make sure there's nothing over there, and there is not. And back into the deep, watery abyss we go. At least it's just one level, not a whole world like Orange Ocean and Kirby's Adventure. We can deal with one level, can't we, guys? I mean, you guys can probably deal with it easier than I can because you're not having to play it. Trust me, it's a delight. Real fun. He said, totally serious, but not at all. Some of the power-ups are easier to get to than others. For this one, for instance, very obvious bomb block, very obvious door. Pop in, and boom, there's an umbrella. Umbrella, by the way, is very helpful underwater. I'm realizing in this playthrough especially just how helpful umbrella can be, the parasol, rather. It's great, it really is. You can actually use it underwater, and it makes you a little more agile. Earlier I said that you would have to come back to different levels. This is one of them. I don't have anything that can do anything about this right now. That's just how it is. If I had fire or jet, there might be something else, but mainly fire and jet, I could take care of it. Since I don't, I'll have to come back. And unfortunately, there's no way to just exit the level, to my knowledge, after you do that, so you have to fight the boss again. You know, real fun stuff, but these bosses aren't that tough anyway, so we can handle it. Also, how these air bubbles work, I do not know, so please don't ask. I have no explanation. It's Kirby. Kirby does what Kirby wants. And right now, Kirby wants to hit things with an umbrella that shoots stars underwater. Which kind of emphasizes my entire point. This game is just really unique, Milky Way Wishes. Any other Kirby game, you're absorbing enemies and attacking enemies with the absorb technique. In this game, you have to go find your abilities. And then you have them forever, kind of like a more traditional game, honestly. Meanwhile, in the reaches of kind of space, with floating water, so I guess these platforms have their own center of gravity. Now, as you noticed, Meta Knight's cronies were outside, and there's a bunch of sword people in here. So, guys, what do you think we're gonna get? Beam? The Cutlass ability? Which isn't even a thing, I totally made that up. Well, you're probably gonna get sword. Call it a hunch. However, the boss here, it has the fighter ability. Mislead or mislead? Either way, we just beat him with a couple of umbrellas, so that's fun. It's the sword. You all saw that coming. Come on, I didn't really surprise anyone with that revelation. So now that we have our Link ability, we have to backtrack. And then continue on to get out of the level without dying. Now, of course, sword isn't very helpful here, but we do have abilities that can be. So I take a walk on the wild side with a parasol, and it does the trick. I am very much one hit away from dead, depending on what hits me. We don't want to die. Although if we died, we'd end up at the door, so maybe it would have been a little faster. Oh well. This room. You're not going to suffer through this room nearly as much as somebody playing for the first time, second time, fifth time even might. This room is a maze. You go the wrong way, you have to go through a door, you come back to the beginning. There are tons of wrong ways to go. I just happen to know how to get through it. So don't let me fool you into thinking, oh, this looks so easy. It's not hard, but it's certainly not easy. We did get the beam ability in here, though, so that's pretty nice, and pretty easy to miss. And we grab some food to heal, and through the sparkly door, a boss. A water-themed boss, of course. At least they're consistent. The seasons had Wispy Woods, the water stage has the whale. Now, in the previous run, I used the stone ability to take this guy down. And technically I could do that here if I could hold on to my copy long enough to absorb one of the rocks. However, at this point the boss is half dead, my partner is dead. Or is he? I accidentally picked sword there, ignore that, that didn't happen. So I try to hit him with copy. For some reason it's not hitting here, I'm not sure. It must be something with the hitbox. Because here, I do hit him. Now luckily, the boss is almost dead. I still don't have my stone ability, but I beat him with the copy ability. I shone a light into his eyes and it killed him. Or sent him back to the watery abyss only to resurrect later. Whichever you prefer. Now I do enjoy making the poses, trying to hit specific poses whenever I'm getting the pieces of the star rod. There's no reason to it, there's no rhyme to it, it's just fun. This is not a stage, it's just Pop Star with the sun and the moon fighting, which is kind of the premise of Milky Way Wishes. But with that said, let's move onward. Welcome to Sky High, which is obviously a fire level. Just kidding, guys, it's a sky level. You read me like a book, didn't you? So, thanks to my copy ability, I am going to just have the ice ability. Now, my partner's name is Tac, T-A-C. I don't know what that means, so we're going to make some assumptions here. Tactical Assistant Copier. Tactical Associate of Copying? Technical Advancement of Cats. Clearly it's that. Technical Advancement of Cats. TAC. Might be a fun movie. Well, for the third part in a row, Hollywood, get on this, I'm giving you ideas. Meanwhile, we have the jet ability, which makes sense. A jet, the sky level. There's some logic here, thankfully. More logic than in most of the other things. I'm just going to take my ice ability back now, though, because I kind of prefer it. I mean, I can actually get it here, so why not? Now that I have jet, I can activate those ropes, or my partner can. That was honestly kind of an accident. So I should go do it myself, because I am not going to make it in time. So activate and go! And it becomes a race to the finish. So Gourmet Race Part 2. Only not. At all. Crash land here, and we have the wheel ability. I don't know why the wheel is in the sky. I really don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Going back through the door, we'll continue on with the level, and there is actually another ability to get in this level. Somewhere within this labyrinth of door mazes. Now, this is just really going to take some time to get to. I just have to investigate. But I'm not going to do it without being invincible. I just found the exit. So had I waited on grabbing the invincibility, I could have used it against the boss. However, my wheel got the best of me and I ran into it. So I can just haphazardly, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, go through these rooms. Until now. Now I cannot. Investigating further, we're back at the entrance. Yay! We got real far. But we're seeing some new rooms here, which means we are on the right track. This guy goes down way too easily. So I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're gonna get the bomb ability, right, Yokuo? Right? Please tell me I'm right. It doesn't make any sense for it to be anything else. Well, about that. We got the food room. You like food, right, kids? Yay, food. It's the wing ability. Which makes sense, because, you know, birds, sky. Makes more sense than bombs. However, with all that teasing up with a mini-boss with the bomb ability, you would think. I don't know if there is a mini-boss with the wing ability, though, so it wouldn't have really worked. Now, we're about to go fight a boss. I could use the wing ability, or I could graciously let my partner have it, fulfilling his health, and then I could bring in Crash, because I cannot give that to my partner. Doesn't work. Could being the operative word if my partner hadn't shoved me over when he came into the room with me. I'm telling you guys, these partners are a blessing and a curse. Go through this door, and it is boss time. against the cloud-based enemy, of course. But that's alright, because I'm gonna send him crashing down. Mostly. Of course, he's got me one hit away from dead, so now it's a battle of attrition. Well, now he's got me actually one hit away. But it's okay, we won. And without any ability, we go and grab the star piece. Victory dance for Kirby, because we did a good job, and that'll do it for this part. We'll see you all at the start of next part. Until then, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell everyone you've ever met about us. Seriously, guys, everyone, even your third grade teacher, yes. And we will see you again really soon for the next part. Until then, see you later. Bye.